Let's see. It's going to move that.
Have
So
you
it's
seen many
lined up on
power
a tile.
source on this map?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple of shards.
I even went down in a cave and grabbed a purple one.
Mm.
Question is, have we got enough concrete for this? No, it doesn't
What do
rightly
you think of
because
our shot?
let me show you why.
So much
Different
better.
recipes have different requirements.
Yeah, you
So the
shouldn't fall off
plastic.
now. I'm
So
just
let's
gonna
take
walk
fuel.
over.
Fuel does 60 a
And
minute.
you also, because of the
Rubber
dividing
does
wall, you can't
30,
drive over the
and
conveyor.
plastic does 30.
Yep.
So it depends what you're producing. If it's fuel, you're going to need more, essentially. But I think puppies wanted plastic, so we're going to go 30 initially.
Yeah, if you want jetpacks, we need plastic.
Yeah, that's cool. Right. Convey that to that. Oh, game, come on. Why you do this? That sucks.
That's an odd angle.
That does not appeal to my aesthetics.
You'd think, considering that they've made those two wall panels that way specifically for a belt to wrap around that corner, that they'd have thought it out a bit better.
I think it's because it's meant to be on the inside wall.
Well, they didn't think about outside walls.
Nope.
That burns, that does. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't make any practical difference. It's just annoying.
I have the same feeling when you have to put a conveyor through a rock or something, and it still wants to work even though it's going through, but it looks awful.
What did I say? It's a cross between Scrap Mechanic and Factorio. I don't see what it's got in common with Scrap Mechanic, because you don't. It's all about logistics. This game, factory logistics, which is similar to what Factorio is about, but Scrap Mechanic's more about assembling things, assembling functional machines, if you like. That's not in this game. Pull it before the inside corner. Put it inside before the corner. I could do, but I kind of wanted it on the outside. Invert the corner sections to make an indent. The belt should wrap around the outside of that. Invert the corner sections to make an indent. Oh yeah, we could move it inside and do it on... yeah, we could basically have it on the inside, no problem. That's what they were made for. These things are made for the inside, not the outside. Crude oil per minute, producing 22.5 plastic bars per minute. There they go. You're fast belting it. That's a bit hopeful. 30 a minute. Build a pole outside to make it go around the corner and then dismantle it.
Plastic back to the base.
That may work. Let's try it.
We're not sure about that one, Joe.
About what?
Or have whatever you want to construct the plastic with.
Rip.
Rip-a-doo-doo-doo. I've had to turn the refinery off.
I guess we're going to need more power, Captain.
Like 4 more coal power plants.
In theory, you could add on up to another 8.
You can add as many as you like.
Screensaver, that seems to work, except the height of these things doesn't quite line up with the height, but, you know, it's still a worthy hack. It almost works perfectly well. Maybe it would work perfectly well if I put it in a better place. We're not going to get the height, though. That's as good as it's going to get. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I think we'll just have this up anyway. Probably makes sense. Huh. I'll deal with that. Yeah, it's like better than it clipping through there, though, isn't it? Eh? Bike Farm, thank you for 3 months. Sniffer, oh, we did that one. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now we're going to need to build another refinery and make some other stuff, but I don't think I've got anywhere near enough material for another refinery. Let's see, production. 2 heavy modular frames. I thought... Didn't you give me 2 heavy modular frames, or did I use it on that refinery?
You've done the refinery.
That's all I need to build another refinery. How many hours into this save so far? 15. Coming up for 15 there, bottom left. Okay, I need 5 modular frames and 90 screws. And I need another one of those. don't think I can do it. Can you run out of materials? If you're talking about where you do the mining, no. You cannot. The mines, as far as the game is now, never run out of resources like they do in Factorio. Out of 10, how do you rate this game? Blimey. That's a tricky one, that. I don't think I can rate it. I mean, you can't... It's very difficult to give a rating of a game that's in early access anyway. But I'd say,
There's 6
for your money, there's a lot of enjoyment here.
behind you.
Thank you. Just need a couple more modular frames. Any iron rods?
Yeah, hang on, I'll give them to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of enjoyment in the game, but it does have like early access issues at the moment. Here you go.
No problem.
I think we're going to have to seriously get the automation of things like these modular frames, encased metal beams, all this stuff is not automated right now.
Yeah, it definitely needs doing.
Because making those by hand is really tedious. They should add more complexity, for example, limestone to cement, cement. The thing is about cement, Aki, is well, concrete, which is what you use for platforms and walls, I think is deliberately kept very cheap and easy to make, just so that you can build out your base quickly. Like in Factorio, if you put pavement down, it just means you can walk a little bit quicker. But in this game, like, flooring is almost essential to what you're doing in a factory from the very early game, I would say. So I kind of agree with it being cheap and easy to make. What do you want? Refinery. Why can't I make it? Because I need 2 heavy modular frames. Right, okay. Yeah, this kind of handcrafting is just something to be avoided. Pratali, thank you for 38 months.
Paul, random question. When you press escape to go on the pause menu, does your mouse still mouse lock?
No, at that point you can free to move onto your desktop.
Yeah, I have accidentally pressed escape and I was like, where's my mouse gone?
Welcome back, Nutter.
It can be very annoying trying to line these things up. Right, rubber or fuel?
None, because we don't have the power for it.
Yeah, but, you know, what do we want?
If you want the truck, if you want the upgrade from your tractor, I'd say the rubber.
So that's going to produce at most 30 per minute. So we're going to need a slow belt for that. Looking like there's like sheets of rubber coming out, all nicely tied up. That machine's amazing. Planning on playing Cooking Simulator? I don't know. I mean, I may play it for a bit of fun, but yeah, we'll see. How is this making rubber if we don't have power?
Because I turned the plastic one off.
Oh, okay. Do you know if Samor has any applications yet? I don't know.
Turn the plastic one off, the power will probably go out.
So we need to increase power production, yeah?
Yep. We're at our limit now.
What's Jack doing?
I'm just reading something quickly.
Not a lot. We're running around constructing everything, and Jack's just stood on top of his tractor.
I'm just reading something.
I know, Jack.
Oh boy. Alright, I suppose, like... So there's a few things we need doing. One is we need to start automating some of the higher level stuff, and the other one is we need to get more power production online. And then
Well, I'm thinking I need to go a mod. So if you and Jack, while I'm modding, want to get the power sorted.
Is it 3 o'clock already?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yep.
What the heck, man?
And then when I finish modding, I'll jump back in and start helping with the automation side of things.
Okay.
Because we can't add anything or build anything now because we've got no power to supply it.
It's a nice bridge, Jack, but I am curious why we have 2 and 1 lanes.
Well, the protected lane is for the conveyor belt.
Good idea.
But
Oh,
I
I'll
should
run out of
jump
fuel.
back in a couple of hours.
Okay.
So see you shortly.
Bye. Have I got enough concrete for this? That's the question. Come on. Yeah, you can cross the water with the tractor, no problem at all. But, like, I'm thinking about driving around here, possibly automated trucks and stuff, and just making life a little bit easier. I don't like having to navigate right around all this nonsense. If you're going to take over a planet, take over a planet. So we could just go along and then we could either turn that way or we could keep going. There's options. Cadmium, no. What do you mean Caterium? Mars will be covered by tarmac by 2030. As expected, completely run out of concrete. I don't think there's any more in the back. Yeah, I'm not worried about the rivers, it's all this kind of rocks and stuff. Bridge up from there and come up to here. The trouble is I don't think you can get rid of these things, which is deeply depressing. You can get rid of all this, but I don't think you can get rid of that. Where's my chainsaw? Did you get the stairs working? Yeah, fine. The stairs are fine. Wait, where is my chainsaw? Has somebody nicked my chainsaw?
I don't have one, so definitely not me.
I appear to have lost my chainsaw. Maybe I didn't have one. Oh well. Oh, it's in your truck. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had one. Let's go get some concrete. Looks like production's completely ground to a halt. Yeah, Lieutenant, we're at tier 4. Or we just fall. Oh well, seems to be working. Right, stick some of these things in the back that we don't need right now. Have I got... Let's get rid of that. Ooh! You can put crude oil in your fuel tank of your truck?
As crude oil, without refining it.
Yeah.
Wow, these things just run on anything, don't they?
Yeah, look, it runs on crude oil. That's amazing.
Wow.
I guess you could run it on fuel, but fuel's probably like a more condensed version of it, so it goes further.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the machines are all backed up, so while we've got it, we might as well burn it.
Uh-oh. You found, what, a hard drive that turns iron into wire? I found one that makes iron plates from 1 iron and 1 copper. Which is kind of odd. But hey, what do I know? Who's that host? Archangel! Thank you for the host, good sir. I was in Archangel's stream earlier, he was playing Factorio. Trying to give him some tips to avoid the addiction. Thank you for the host, Archangel. Can we get a shout out for him, please, guys? Nice chill guy, you might want to go and watch. Rip. Did you just turn something on, Jack?
I touched nothing. I did sneeze, though.
Okay, that's worrying. Your sneeze is unusually powerful.
I know. I've destroyed everything.
Can you turn off the refinery so we can put the plant back online? Or just turn off the oil pump for now. We don't need to pump that much oil. May as well refine. What have we got?
Still off. Right, both refineries are off. I'll go and turn the pump off.
Can't imagine what suddenly kicked off.
Pump's off.
Wow. Okay.
Rude.
I've no
We're
idea what's
using it
going on.
somewhere.
Can't imagine what suddenly spiked 400 megawatts.
Is it because the fuel isn't getting through, so several of the reactors aren't turning online? That means it's all trying to put it on like one or two of the power plants, so it can't handle it.
I don't know. I need to go down there and sort it all out. Used to manage to mess it up and get a dirty belt thing going on, eventually figure out maybe hope. Honestly, as I was saying, watch some videos or go and look at the blueprints. You don't have to use the blueprints, but by looking at them, you'll get an idea about, like, just the basic furnace layouts is definitely something you want early game. Gives you some ideas. But once you start figuring it all out, you'll really start enjoying yourself.
I've grabbed a bit of crude. I'm going to head over to the coal plant.
Yeah, we need to put more generators online, basically. The whites, I've got a chainsaw for that.
It's so misty I can't even see in front of me right now.
It can get really bad.
I'm glad I put walls on this bridge now.
I'd say Archangel Factorial learning curve is like, you can figure stuff out, but your learning curve will be a lot slower until you learn a few things, and you can boost your learning curve by just looking at some ways to do the basic things. There's so many like little tips and tricks about how belts work, about how inserters put things onto the belt, little designs for like merging belts. So where you're taking stuff off a belt and you've got like two belts and you're pulling off one, like how to sort of merge belts back so you've got good amounts of stuff being moved down both belts. There's like little things like that you have to learn, but once you've learned all the basics, you'll really start to enjoy it. Right, I should probably grab some resources and then let's see, we're going to need enough probably to build 1, 2, 3 probably. So we're going to need loads of modular flames, loads of rotors, lots of cable. It's me, Puppies and Jack at the moment, but Puppies has gone modding, so he'll be back at 5. So it's just me and Jack for now, struggling away.
I've got loads of cable, so all you need to bring is frames and rotors.
Need to bring what? Frames.
Frames, rotors. I've got tons of cable on board.
Yeah. Okay, I can make the frames now. Did you pick up the rotors?
Oh, I haven't got any rotors, I've just got cable.
No, we've not done it in 2 hours, bro. Okay, rotors. Okay, we've got loads. Right, we've got everything we need.
Okay. Well, that's good timing. The truck is just coming off the ramp.
I like how we can drive under our base. It's kind of cool.
Underground parking.
Right, is he in the truck stop though?
No, he's over the base side,
Okay.
so you should be able to jump on the bridge easy enough.
Oh my life, can I have some frames? Yeah, the route to the generators is a lot more precarious than the route to the actual coal.
Yeah. So I'm just taking the overpass and I'm going to jump off.
Well, have fun.
Yeah, about to do that now actually.
Oh, I hate that.
Ooh, that
Your
hurt a
tractor
little bit,
should be able to smash those.
but I made it.
Lieutenant, it's a different save game. I explained at the start of the stream. The save game that we had last week, although it loaded into the game and I can play it, nobody can join. Like, it's not working with multiplayer. Don't ask me why, but you cannot join. I even sent the save game to Puppies. He loaded it just fine, but I couldn't join him. But we could join each other's games, but not on that map. So I had to start with a different map. Uh-oh. Gone through the toxic bit. What do you mean, verify the game? How do I do that? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I honestly have no clue what the problem is.
Do you want to
I thought it was like a network error.
off the one you've already done, or do you want to start a new line off of one of these other coal deposits?
Let's see.
It's getting pretty full back there.
Let's try and remember how this is all split. On the settings wheel. On the settings wheel.
You could put another line of generators here where I've parked my truck. Like these
What
trees.
settings wheel? How do you
Tap off of one of
explain
these
to me
coal
what you did?
deposits by the rock face.
See, at the moment the coal's being split. These splitters are only split in 2 ways, not 3. So we can get away with another belt.
If you're going to want to put like another 4 generators down, where are you going to put them? You need to go further
Oh,
forward.
in the launcher, yeah, but verifying the game won't fix the
Over
save
here
game.
somewhere, and then that way you might as well just tap into these other 2 coal deposits anyway, because it's closer.
I don't think it's a verification of the game. Like, the game's working fine with other save games in multiplayer and single, but not on that save game. And I don't think it's corruption either, because I loaded a few of them. Like, I loaded
Did you
one
find
from
your
different
game, sir?
times. Sorry, what, Jake?
Did you find your chainsaw?
No, I think I don't have one. I think only Poppy's made one on this save game.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we can split a belt here. So that'll give us 3 belts, that's 6. And then if we split each of those into 3.
Yeah, but the thing with that is where are you going to put the actual generators?
Well, that's another problem.
That's what I'm saying. If you come over here, if you put the generators where these trees are, then you can run off of these 2 coal deposits here, and it's just all really close together. Then
You mean build another mine?
yeah, just put like 1 or 2 mines down, and then just quickly run straight into the back of 4 new generators.
Yeah, but when we want to belt split the generators to do... Because that mine can basically supply coal for many more generators, and we just don't have the real estate here. I think that we're going to have to sort of... I mean, I'm fine with taking the coal out of that, but what we could probably do is just run it along here, and then build... We've got loads more space out this way.
Would you want to go that way, or do you want to go over the other way? Or you could even put some more in front, because there's loads of space here in front.
I don't think there is, you know.
They're only, let's see.
They take like what,
They're
3?
about 3. So yeah, you could fit some more in, so that they were facing like these ones, and then have like a thin corridor you can run down the middle, have all the machines facing each other.
They take 3.5 tars in length. So without butting up against that cliff, 1, 2, 3.5, you've got enough room to run coal down but not split it. Go up. Radley's saying go up. But the chimney stacks are so huge.
Up is an option. Sit the ones above slightly further forward, so there's to make up for the chimney.
Yeah, but you can't look how... The chimney stack is the problem, right?
Just like stagger them forward slightly as they go up one.
Let's test some theories here. I can't build that. Can't build that. Can't build that. No, it's basically got a giant hitbox. You can't build above it.
That's
Like,
annoying.
I can't build over the top of that though. You're welcome, Connor. No, there's no headless mode at the moment, Burst Laden. One of you has to host the game. I think there will be a headless server mode, but not yet. So yeah, it looks like that's just one giant hitbox and you can't build above it. There's plenty more room out here anyway.
Well, you could try putting them facing. Just see what kind of room is at the back of them. Put a couple down, sort of over here, facing these ones.
I thought 400 megawatts would last a lot longer than it did.
Yeah, that's a lot of power.
I mean, another thing we could do is... let me put one of these down. Let's have a look at it.
Jesus Christ. that appeared right inside me. Scared the hell out of me.
For some reason I can actually push it all that way in there like that.
That's even better. Yeah, that's loads of room. And then you can just run a straight split system, where the splitter sits behind the generator and just one belt straight into the generator.
We can probably fit another one there, but I don't have the materials.
What do you need?
Have them back to back. I like the idea of that engineering, but it would mean a lot more work. I like the back to back idea, but it means more work. So what we could do is just take all these generators down, take all these splitters down, and then reverse these generators and bring the coal in over here and go down the middle of them, basically.
Yeah, then you just have one single belt of coal, and the splitters will just pop left and right as it goes along in a straight
Exactly,
line.
which is just, I love the elegance of that.
Yeah. Simplicity.
Which is my
Okay.
truck over here.
Yours is the one on the left. Mine's the one on the right. Let me empty my inventory. I'll go and pick all these up. I'll turn the mine off for a minute.
The nut house.
Okay, the mine's on standby.
Thanks.
I
Jensens,
guess
thank you
if
for
lay
gifting a
down
sub
the
to
ones
Dave
that would be
Pugwash.
against
Welcome,
the block
Dave.
face first, then you can see what kind of space you've got left to deal with.
Can you remove these, like, power poles and splitters and stuff?
Yeah, I've got 'em.
I've got a pretty full backpack. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to put a storage thing over here for a sec. I'll just put a storage container over there for my junk. Youngstar, thank you for 30 months. M. Gaseman, thanks for all the great Twitch and YouTube content. Looking forward to more. Thank you very
But it
much.
gets really jittery and glitchy as you start removing things.
Yeah, I removed some stuff and it didn't actually remove it. I had to do it twice.
Even when it disappears, it's almost like it's still there and you kind of lag through it.
There's some bacon here. Growing through the floor.
The flashing kind or the edible kind?
Bacon agaric. It's like a plant, looks like a bacon.
Yeah, it's like a bacon mushroom. It was funny, I researched when I found it and it came back saying, this is food that you can eat.
That works, except it doesn't go all the way down there, does it?
I've just found the most perfectly square hedge I've ever seen in my life.
A naturally occurring square hedge.
Yeah, seriously, there's two of them. This is really weird. What's the intake of those generators?
They don't take very much, to be honest.
So this doesn't need fast belt.
Nah. You need to, if you look at the coal mine and see what it's outputting, that's all that matters, that rate there. There's no point belting faster than that. I think it's better than
120 per
geothermal.
minute.
They lock nuclear during it. How many?
120 per minute.
Yeah. Is that a Mark 1 mine?
Mark 2.
Okay, yeah. So the only way to get more out of that is to overclock it.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the spacing right.
Yeah.
Cup of tea?
Yep. Thanks, Connor.
Back of that here where I'm stood. That should be perfect.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. I was just looking how far. This is like half a square over on that.
Yeah. About that.
Trying to get it roughly the same.
Hang on, let me look at that. If you move it my left a tiny bit.
Well, it's lined up with the splitter.
Oh yeah.
So it's just a matter of
Yeah.
how far it goes like that.
That looks about right there. Yeah, that's good.
So if you can build out the splitters here, I'll build out the generators. No, just put them down first so I can see where to put the gens. You just want to have a series of splitters. Was that Mrs. Squirrel? Yep. So you need to get it to the green lines up here for both this splitter and that generator. Can be a little bit tricky, but that is slightly off. I don't know if you knew that.
Gave me green lines. Lied to me.
Oh my god. Nightmare, can't have tea without it. Quite right. How could I disagree?
That looks in line to me. Is that in line to you?
No. Can I try?
Yeah, because it doesn't want to lock where you've put yours.
So if I stand here and do it, I immediately get the green line lock. And then I move away. And then I get that one like that. See it?
Yeah.
It's really faff. But if you just get on top of that splitter there.
It might be because you did it from the back and I was doing it from the front.
It's really, like, it depends where you're looking from as to how well it works. It's quite odd.
Yeah, mine doesn't want to stay in the middle. It
Press
wants to go
control,
from
press
one
control.
left to one right.
There you go.
Oh,
Now you've
okay,
got the
your
lock
green's
now.
back now.
Yeah, you use the lock to get it. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't been using grid snapping at all. It's not something I was used to.
Quite useful.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've just been eyeballing it this whole time and usually getting it wrong.
So we've got room for another one.
You probably can fit one more in after that line. How many did you have down before? 8?
Yeah, that's as many as I can build currently with all the stuff we've got. You're wasting a lot of space. Splitter can be built up against generators. Yeah, I agree, Blue Jester. You can compress this more, but I like leaving space. And the same in Factorio. I just like leaving space because time and time and time again, I build things really close to each other and then wish I never had, because I'll have something that I want to bring along here, or I want to, I don't know, walk down here or put some drive down here. Like literally, I just rather spread out a little bit and have that room to do stuff later. Just personal preference, really. Coal mine though can be used later if we need to supplement it. You say it's coming out at 120?
Yeah.
So we need Mark II bolt.
Oh, okay.
Have you got reinforced plates? Actually, you won't need it for the final linkages, but you will need it for the throughput. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the bit going between the splitters, you want to keep that fast, but what goes into the station doesn't need to be Mark II.
Right, I'll take these ones between then.
You can just look at them and upgrade stuff. Makes you think of Astroneer.
Oh, I'm out of reinforced plate now.
Okay, I can do it. There you go.
Awesome, that looks cool.
Now we need poles.
Yes. I've got quite a few of those now.
So if you put like one in between each of the machines, that's it, and then you just link those two machines up to that
can't get
pole.
perfectly between. That's annoying.
Nah, it's fine. And then the same on
That
the
there?
other side. Yeah, it's cool. Just link those two machines up with wire like that. It's just a nice pattern that I use.
Okay, yeah, that looks good.
Then all you can do is just, you can easily link these poles together, no problem.
Yeah. Nice.
How am I doing? Not bad, thank you.
Is that everything going down again?
Yeah, don't worry. It's just me linking things up. Yeah, okay. Once all the generators come online, it should have enough capacity.
I brought tons of cable, but you know what I didn't bring was wire.
Really important in my experience to have a storage container after the coal mine, because you can use it to reboot the generators when you do all that moving around, because this has nothing in it right now. So it wouldn't produce any coal to actually power the generators, because there's a bit of a feedback loop here.
Have you got any wire on you at all?
Yes, there's actually some in the back of the truck, if you look.
Oh, I did look. I didn't see any. Actually, I forgot to check the storage then.
200 megawatts. They're not all linked up because we're only generating 200 megawatts.
No, I haven't got around
check.
to linking them yet.
Okay.
I ran out of wire before I could build the rest of the poles,
Okay.
and we've only got cable with us.
So what does it need? More power poles or more wire?
Or more poles or wire to make poles, depending on what you have. Yeah, if you just put the rest of them down like a cable.
Wait, is that one in the wrong place?
Okay, now I'm gonna wire them.
Missing cable. What?
It's not letting me put wires down for some reason.
Already connected, maybe?
No, there's one over here that isn't yet, but it's... Oh, I don't know. No, it is from the other side. Yeah, it was from the other side.
How can that have 4 on it? What? Yeah. You don't need to connect them all across.
Are they not all...
No, you only need to have it running down the length though. As long as the ends are connected, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I wasn't connecting each of them across ways. I was doing it like in a zigzag.
That should do it. Right, 550 megawatts. 9 5s are 40. Wait a sec, how many have we got? One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, we're well under capacity now anyway.
Yeah, we've got 11. Really, we should have another one there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're under capacity, but that's not going to last that long because those, like, refineries and stuff take so much power.
What are we short on to make one more?
Need 3 modular frames.
Right.
So it depends if...
We don't have the parts with
I don't
us.
know. Maybe the back of the tractors. Let's have a look.
Seems like a porter cabin for the workers. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, they're actually quite cheap to throw down, so they're useful if you just need some temporary space.
Nothing useful in that one.
I can make some.
Okay, cool.
The only downside of this particular belt design is that it'll take a while for the coal to flow to the generators at the end.
How's it doing on flow right now? The ones at the front are already backing up.
Yeah, it's getting more. But by the time we need the power, they should all be full. There is a light bar 5-hour trial, but it's not on the back, it's actually on the front. See? I quite like that design of doing it.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing, like having built something like this, the next time you start building generators, you can sort of go, oh, I'll bear that in mind and I'll lay my generators out so I can do this.
Yeah, it's quite an elegant design.
Bam, Jake, thank you for 25 months. Only Carter, 5 months in the best Twitch community. Thank you very much, Carter. Are we switching power to oil soon, Yash? I don't know, bro. Currently, we don't have anything to generate power from oil. We're going to have to research that, I
First three
think.
rows have basically backed up.
Yeah. So if you look at each generator, it can hold like 100 coal. So until it's full, taken its 100, it won't back up.
Yeah.
And then it will. But you can see, like, those first generators, look how slowly they take in any coal. Like, non-existent.
They backed up very quickly.
So that's why one coal mine can just supply coal to so many of these generators.
Do these only burn coal, or can these burn crude oil as well to like make fuel?
They only burn coal. I think the next thing to be unlocked is an oil generator. When you get back, you're going to do the oil, says Puppies. Well, you can do the oil now we've got power. The last power generators might not get any coal at all because of all the splitters. Nah, it's fine. This is what I'm saying, like, once they're full, the thing to look for is how often does that take coal when it's full. That's the thing to look for. And all that rest of that coal coming in sails by, and then that takes one piece in every how many. If you know how many that takes compared to how many go past, that's how many generators you can
I'll
fuel.
tell you what, I can help the process because I've got a bunch of coal on me now. So I'll just back up this row here.
Yeah, I'm going to nick some coal as well for my truck. I don't have any emotional feelings for this design whatsoever, but it feels efficient, which is satisfying. Emotional feelings for a power generation. I've never had that, to be honest. Right, I'm going to go and grab some
Backed
coal.
up all but the last row.
It works, but the most important thing, I think, is that it's scalable. As in, I've got plenty of coal, actually, bizarrely. Like, basically, when we need more power, we can come back and add more generators. That's what I like. Now, the real big question is, can we drive our tractors out of this base? And the answer is no.
Yeah, I dropped in from the road above.
That was an oversight.
I have no idea how to get out.
I do, but we can't do it currently.
Flying? Yeah, the whole thing's backed up now.
Come on, game.
Any shortages of power anymore? Thanks.
Godfather 42, continue with the good work. Thank you very much, Godfather. Right, I think we need to go.
Or is it that way?
I don't know. I'm completely lost. Follow the power lines.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this one. Now don't turn left there because it's bio wasteland.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty toxic up there. What you don't like is the lack of gravity in the structures the belts don't have poles under. Yeah, but I can't imagine how that would work properly. I mean, oh man.
Tree there.
Followed by a bush.
Oh god.
Yeah, unless it sort of charged you proportionately in iron or whatever for the actual vertical structure, and how often would it charge you, I don't know. And if you take the structure away, like everything's going to collapse. Ugh. That's going to be awful. Like, how do you build a factory out doing that? If you take like one tile away, does everything just fall? Oh boy. That didn't work out. Oh no.
You have to revoke your license. You keep driving like that.
Yeah, driving there and back's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, you need a proper road that's not like 100 feet off the floor.
Well, if you made that road double width, then you could easily branch off it down to the generators, but the fact is, because we don't go down there very often, there's not much point.
Oh no, I ran out of fuel. And apparently you can't use your brakes when you run out of fuel.
You need coal-powered brakes.
Thing is, in the tractor's inventory is a ton of crude oil. Why couldn't it just take them?
Here's some Fortnite thingy where they need to be floor-based and
able to
use
take fuel out
panellet
of its own
coaster structure
inventory.
design where it puts thematically, I think, more aesthetics. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about that game aspect, if I'm honest. Like, I'm not too worried about it, really. Caliloth, quite satisfactory to click the purple button. Tractor on, squirrel, tractor on. Whose corpse is this? Rip! Wait, what?
The automated truck is just kind of sat here twiddling its
That's probably because we've not been using the coal. Actually, no, it should be doing it. Where is it?
It's absolutely full of coal, but it's got no fuel.
Ah,
Oh god, I just fueled it and it nearly ran me over.
yeah. As soon as you feel it, it'll go. That's interesting. It means it didn't fuel properly at the other truck stop.
Weird.
Okay, I have a fix for that.
That does annoy me though that it can't take the coal out of its own inventory to fuel.
Yeah. You have to specifically design it that way.
Well, it's setting off back to the other side again now.
Yeah, I'll just fix it so it doesn't happen again. Truck couldn't be fueled because no power to keep it running. That's true. Yeah, that's true. So, but the other problem was it was only being fueled at one truck stop, not the other. The blue floaty things, Jensins, are basically if you, with one of these tractors, if you hold the C key down, you can say start recording. And then you basically, as you drive around, it leaves these little blue breadcrumbs behind. Like this. And then you say stop recording. And then once you put it into autopilot at the top and jump out, it will basically drive that route. Which are what the little blue triangles are, they're the programmed routing that you give it. And what you can do is you can like edit these nodes, but only insofar as deleting them, you can't actually do anything else with them. So I can click on that and say delete node, confirm, and you can just kind of tidy it up. But it would be nice if I could sort of click this. If I could click this and drag it, well, I can't. All I can do is delete it. But if I could like just move it to the right a bit, that would be great. Yeah, and then when you're done, hold C, disable autopilot, clear path. Does it feel weird streaming this in on a Friday? Yeah, but I'll get used to it. It felt more weird not streaming last night. Wow. We have so many screws in storage, it's ridiculous.
Good, that's the thing I'm always running out of on my own run.
Yeah, screws are one of the things they wanted to make it so that it would be something that you always need to have. Like, it's kind of like iron plates in Factorio or green circuits. You just need to make loads of them. I've got no berry nuts left. So we've got two choices. We either start building out the oil refinery stuff, or we start building more end products, like a lot of the things we don't have, steel-based stuff we don't have.
Well, if Sean wants to do the refinery stuff when he comes back, then I guess we can get on with something else. Is there a milestone still to complete? We can start trying to figure out the advanced frames. Or the motors.
Steel pipes. So you've got steel pipes and steel beams over here. Actually, I think I've got something to put in the research, haven't I? How do you get it to drive to place, get coal, and drive to place and unload the coal? So what you can do is you have a truck station like that, and you have another truck station at the coal mine, and when your truck drives into this area here, the arm will move and the truck will be instantly loaded or unloaded and refueled, like once, and it only happens as you drive into the zone. If you drive out then drive back in, it'll attempt to do it again, but you only need to do it once. So all you got to do is make the truck drive into here. I normally make it stop so it doesn't look a bit weird, and then off it goes. And it instantly unloads into the container area, the storage area, and then you need to start belting it away quickly. Now, on the truck stop, this is the fueling, the bit with the tanks on it. This is where you load fuel in. So what I've done there is split some of the coal off put it back into the fuel stop, and as it comes in, it will take some of that. Watch what happens now. Watch all this. So it just got completely filled up. And then that will have been refueled as well. So right now, we're not getting rid of it quick enough, basically. Which is hardly surprising. We're just not burning through enough coal. We're only using it for steel. So it doesn't matter. It probably set off with some coal in it. Yeah, trucks could run on coal. Coal, oil, biomass. Lots of things. Ooh, we can pick some alternate blueprints from that hard drive.
Ooh.
We can either produce screws based on 2 iron ingots, so that's instead of iron bars, which basically removes the iron rod step. We can make rubber cable based on rubber and wire. Or we can make heavy modular frames as an alternative blueprint using modular frames, encased industrial beams, steel pipes, and concrete. Yikes.
What are the heavy modular frames normally made from that makes that different?
This is where you have to look in the crafting bench. So normally they take 5 modular frames, 15 steel pipes, 5 encased industrial beams, and 90 screws. Can you remember that?
No, hang on. Let me park up and I'll take a look and then I can compare.
Yeah. Just go to the crafting bench for a sec.
Right, I'm looking at heavy modular frames.
Right, so what have you got for normal frames on that?
Normal frames is 5.
Okay, so this is 8. And then,
Okay.
have you got encased industrial beam?
Yes, that's 5.
Well, this is 10.
Okay.
Steel pipes?
Yes, that's 15.
This is 20. This is 36.
Okay.
And then 25 concrete.
No, this takes 90 screws instead of concrete.
Ah, there you go. So it's more or less like it's heavier on the steel and concrete instead of screws. So you kind of move the steel around. 2.8 per minute it makes. Can do.
Well, this sounds like the standard one is the better option because we've got loads of screws and we've got loads of concrete. But
Yeah.
what were the other options again?
Well, rubber cable, like an alternate rubber cable production. But I don't know what rubber cable takes currently, so I don't know.
Well, let me have a look at normal cable. Normal cable is just copper, isn't it? Yeah, just copper wire.
Apparently, Mirage says that this alternative blueprint, though, makes 3 heavy modular frames instead of 1.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, it is a much better deal.
But I don't know how many it makes per minute. This makes 2.8 per minute. I don't know what that will make.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, standard only makes 1, alternate makes 2.8. Right, we'll take the frame option.
Yeah, sounds like the best option.
Wait, why can't I analyze?
I got a ping from Sean who says, "Can we start making motors? Automate them."
He's putting a request, doesn't he?
He has, yeah. An automated motor production line.